So, our group focused on civil rights law, and my specific one was freedom of religion. My first case was Lund v. Rowan County, and in this case, the Rowan County Board of Commissioners were holding prayers at every board meeting that they had. And on these board meetings, the board members would rotate prayer among themselves and would not give other religions or anyone else a chance to say anything throughout this. So for the procedural history, it was first held at a district court where it was found to be unconstitutional, and then it was brought in front of the Fourth Circuit, but only a panel of 3 judges who ruled that it was constitutional. And then finally it was brought in front of the full Fourth Circuit, and that's where this case comes in. So the issue is, are solely Christian prayers allowed to be held in a county board of commissioners board meeting? And the holding of the court was that no, and it is unconstitutional under the First Amendment to involve the government with religion, specifically if only one is allowed to be represented or express their views. The court found that the Rowan County Board of Commissioners was violating the First Amendment, and specifically the Free Establishment Clause. So the court's reasoning for this ruling, the first thing they cited was the town of Greece, which they, in their Board of Commissioners meetings, they allow anyone to say prayer or anything, and they're not just the members of the board. So anyone can say anything, and they cite this as a reasonable use of religion in the meetings. And they also stated the Free Establishment Clause, which basically says that you can't have a set religion in any government setting. And this can be used as precedents for future cases of prayer being used in any government facility or government-run function. The next case was the American Humanist Association v. Maryland, and in this case, a group funded for a 40-foot cross at an intersection as a memorial for soldiers that died in World War I. They had the fundings, but then they ran out, and the government had to take over the upkeep using taxpayers' dollars. And in the picture here is the cross at the intersection. As you can see, it's very large. So the issue of this is, does the government in Maryland, using taxpayers' dollars to upkeep a 40-foot tall cross, violate the Free Establishment Clause? And the court held that yes, it does violate the Free Establishment Clause. And the reasoning for this, or the ruling, is that the cross associates religion with the government too much, as the cross is 40 feet tall and is the biggest monument in the area and is a primary symbol of Christianity. The court's reasoning for this is that although the cross was a memorial to fallen soldiers, its religious implications far outweighed the secular ones, meaning yes, it is a memorial for soldiers, but the Christian aspects of it far outweighed that reasoning. And they cited a previous case of a 43-foot cross, which was said to be for a war memorial, but was obviously more so for Christianity. And they also used Lemon Law's third prong, and that is what it would look like to a reasonable observer. So if someone was just driving by, they'd think it was a Christian monument, not for World War I soldiers. And this sets precedent for religious symbols that are government-funded memorials, and that is specifically government-funded.